Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to be here with you. We're here to talk about macroeconomics. At the end of this talk, my hope is that you'll have a greater love for the economy. My name is Bruce Kerber. I'm the author and originator of the Divine Economy Models and the Divine Economy Theory. I'm an economist in the classical liberalism tradition. Today, we're going to consider the following statement on a screen share. One analogy that may prove useful is that of a complex organism made up of components that are more or less differentiated. Ourselves, we are made up of systems and organs and tissues and cells. Likewise, the divine economy model has universal laws, foundational elements, concepts, and principles. Today's story is about components of complex systems. All right, folks, buckle up. You and I, we're like those super fancy coffee machines with a gazillion buttons, dials, and that mysterious latte option no one really understands. Yep, we're complex systems with more parts than a Swiss Army knife at a multi-tool convention. One of those zesty parts is humor, that delightful spice that turns the mundane into the hilarious. Now let's zoom in on Gabriela from Argentina. Picture her, a botanist with a green thumb so legendary, even her houseplants ask for autographs. Growing up surrounded by lush forests and meadows, she developed a love for plants that would make even a sunflower blush. But wait, there's more. Gabriela isn't just about chlorophyll and photosynthesis. She's got a thing for reading, too. And guess what she stumbled upon during one of her literary adventures? Economic writings by those brainy Austrian economists. Yep, you heard that right. She's a botanist by day, an economist by day also. She's like the Sherlock Holmes of greenery and liberty. So next time you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by your own complexity, just remember Gabriela. If she can juggle the world of plants and economic theories without breaking a sweat, then surely you can handle that coffee machine eventually. Cheers to our beautifully complex and occasionally confusing selves. One analogy that may prove useful is that of a complex organism made up of components that are more or less differentiated. Ourselves, we are made up of systems and organs and tissues and cells. Likewise, the divine economy model has universal laws, foundational elements, concepts, and principles. Why are analogies useful? Let's put our analogy hats on. You know, when you're trying to assemble that tricky IKEA furniture and suddenly the instructions start to make sense because you remember that one puzzle you solved as a kid. Yep, that's the magic of analogies. They're like the cheat codes of understanding the world around us. Imagine your brain as a detective, always on the lookout for clues. When something reminds it of another thing, like how assembling furniture is kind of like solving a puzzle, it starts connecting dots faster than you can say, hand me the screwdriver. This sneaky detective work expands our thinking, and voila, new insights pop up, like surprise guests at a party. Let's be real. We toss around analogies so casually, we might not even notice we're doing it. So next time you find yourself comparing apples to oranges, literally or figuratively, Give yourself a pat on the back. Your brain is just doing its thing, turning everyday comparisons into aha moments. Keep rocking those analogies. Some people have a difficult time seeing the economy as organic. The age-old debate. Is the economy more like a sleek, high-tech machine or a lively, ever-changing organism? You see, some folks out there just can't wrap their heads around the idea of the economy being, well, organic. Bless their hearts. They've been so steeped in the nuts and bolts of traditional economic theory that they've forgotten to smell the roses. Let's break it down, shall we? Picture the mechanistic view as a cold steel robot, efficient, precise, but about as lively as a toaster. On the flip side, the organic view is like a vibrant, bustling garden, full of life, growth, and the occasional mischievous squirrel. Here's looking at you, market fluctuations. Now, call me biased, but the last time I checked, I am not made of gears and wires. I'm organic. And let me tell you, there's just no contest. The mechanistic view might excel at crunching numbers, but it's as soulless as a spreadsheet. Meanwhile, the organic view celebrates the messy, unpredictable, beautifully human aspects of life. So next time someone tries to convince you that the economy is just a well-oiled machine, kindly remind them that we're all part of this wild, organic ride called life. What can we learn from this life lesson? Let's have a heart-to-heart about the way economics is often taught and understood today. The truth is, there's really no good reason to stick with this cold, mechanistic approach to economics. You see, using empiricism, a methodology rooted in observable and measurable data, just doesn't cut it when we're talking about the complex, nuanced world of human actions and choices. It is truly disheartening to see education systems worldwide continue to promote this flawed approach. It's like trying to capture the essence of a beautiful symphony with a single note. It's not just inadequate, it's a disservice to the richness and diversity of human experiences. But here's the good news. There is a better way. There is a scientific methodology that truly honors and captures the intricacies of human actions. And guess what? There's an economic theory out there that goes even further by embracing the spiritual nature of our choices and tracing the source of value to its very core. So let's challenge the status quo and embrace a more holistic, compassionate approach to economics, one that honors the full spectrum of human experience and truly reflects the beauty and complexity of our choices. Together, we can usher in a new era of economic understanding that resonates with both our minds and our souls. I hope that you'll subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.